The Ed Block Courage Award Foundation was founded in 1978 with our founder, Sam Lamantia.
It started with the Eastside Athletic Club. They chose a charity, and that charity was child abuse. And I talked to Ernie Accorsi after the third time I cut his hair to letting Eastside do an event raising money for abused children. And it ended up, we did it for St. Vincent's.
That partnership became expanded into across the NFL in 1984 when the Baltimore Colts left town, and eventually adding new facilities across the country that support children of child abuse, and expanding now to 27 different facilities across the country.
And we built a facility, they gave us this facility, and we called it Family Again, where families could come and visit their children, because it started growing more and more as child abuse. And before you know it, it was 100% abused children. It became our first Courage House.
The Courage Houses all fall under the umbrella of supporting abused, neglected, and at-risk youth. So there's residential treatment facilities, after-school programs, crisis shelters, and much more. It's it's all about different ways to support children in need, children that have gone through serious issues and serious trauma, and they just kind of give a lifeline to some of these kids that normally wouldn't have these opportunities, and kind of giving them a chance to succeed even after all the trauma that they have suffered throughout their life.
I bugged Larry and he said, there's only one guy you can name this after, and that's Eddie Block. I said, great. That's great, Larry. Who's Eddie Block?
Ed Block was the original athletic trainer for the Baltimore Colts, but he was also a huge philanthropist, especially supporting children, and then children that are victims of child abuse, and hence the partnership with St. Vincent's Villa. And that's really why the foundation was named after him, was his continued work in the community and as a partner within the charity organizations that help children.
We were able to get all the players in, and that was the beginning of our second phase of awards. We had 28 players show up, and we continued to grow from there. It got bigger and bigger and bigger, and now you know it's the 47th anniversary.
I cannot work with the children. I can do this, do you need socks? Do you need clothing? What do you need for the children? I can definitely do that, but to work one-on-one with them just breaks my heart.
Not too many people knew about child abuse when we came up with this, and I was introduced to Major Pat Henges, and we used to meet in Towson at Johnny Unitas and Bobby Boyd's facility, and we had a meeting with Major Pat Henges, the Eastside did, and she explained to us what child abuse was all about. We didn't know too much about child abuse. She brought pictures and films and things and gave us she had a 2-hour presentation. We're sitting in there, and I don't know if you remember this, Vern. They turned the lights out and started showing the pictures and the films, and Major Pat Henges is explaining what's going on, and I don't want to tell you too much about what's going on because the films were things that I can't talk about that were happening with these kids.
You see some of the children that would come in. One time we had something like dress a child, and a child had just came in, and I was taking his pants down to try his Easter outfit on, and his legs were like purple and gold and different colors, and that's from being abused. And I'm thinking that it was his parents, but come to find out it was the next door neighbor, because I always thought it was parents that abused you, but it's not. It's the next door neighbor, it's your aunt, uncle,
So they were chained in rooms, things wrapped around little babies, special parts, thrown against walls. We saw about 20 minutes of that, and I got up and went to the captain who was assistant Major Pat Henges, and I said, could you stop this?
One time when we had a meeting over at St. Vincent's, the art teacher came in and showed us pictures that the children drew. I had to get up and leave because she was explaining why the children drew what they did. What they see through their eyes was on this paper, and it just broke my heart, so I just got up and left. Wherever there is a Courage House, they just provide so much for the children. It could be either in sports, it could be therapeutic, it could be just being there in a safe environment for the children to come into. Now, like, we're really lucky here at St. Vincent's where the children stay. I mean, everything is just, for the children. So if St. Vincent's wasn't here, where would those children be? So that's what Courage Houses do. They provide a safe environment for our children.
We established the Samuel Mantia Founders Award in 2018. It's a grant program exclusive for our Courage Houses. Each one submits a proposal every year for a specific program or renovation or need at their facility or program that could benefit the children. We honor winners every year with a $10,000 check and also give prizes to second, third, and fourth, fifth place as well. We also created the Mo Gaba Courage Award in light of what Mo Gaba meant to the Baltimore community and the type of person he was, and recognizing that he was an inspiration to so many, and then seeing that we work with so many children across the country that have gone through other issues and trauma, that they can be an inspiration to their peers. It is modeled after the Ed Black Courage Award that is given to the players, but this is strictly for the children who are honored with a special medallion and several other prizes as well. One thing that we were able to do once COVID came around is kind of reset how we operated a lot of things. And one of that came down to our Ed Black Courage Awards events that we would host every spring. And, it would be a 4-day event, and we had to scale that back. We needed to kind of revamp everything. And one of the key things that we actually changed was, the players would come and we would do a full gala with a 2-hour program on stage. But, we wanted to kind of switch things up a little bit. And, the one thing that I changed around here that I'm most proud of is where we present the awards. The players now go to St. Vincent's Villa for our community outreach every year, but before they get a chance to even play with the kids present the trophies to the players instead of them being presented on stage in front of our group and audience.
Oh, well, one of the big things, of course, is the day of when all the players go there. Oh my gosh, the kids, like Wally Williams, who was one of our recipients years ago, he said it's like Christmas to the kids when the kids see the players coming off the bus, and they get to throw the football. The wives are really cool because they'll go with the little girls and they'll do whatever, or they'll paint, So that's one of the big favorites. And then we always have a picnic for them. In fact, a couple weeks ago, we had a picnic for the children over at St. Vincent. And then other things that we've done is companies will call and say, we're having a fundraiser for you. Can you send some of your people out? So we sell raffle tickets. We go around and do this. Whatever the company needs us for, we do. And the volunteers just love going out and doing for our sponsors.
The one moment, and it's an annual moment, and it gets me every year, and I've been doing this for a very long time now, is when we do go visit the kids and we take the players for our community outreach. The children will put on a brief program before they present the trophies to the players. And during that program, their executive director, Ezra Bukdal, will talk a little bit about what the children have been through. He'll also share some of the prayers that they put in their prayer box. And every year it just gets me to the point where I'm in tears. It doesn't matter how often I hear it, how long I've been doing this. Every year I'm in tears, and sometimes even have to walk out of the room because it's that powerful.
that would be my goal more than anything, is to reach 32 Courage Houses to help more children.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for us as we continue to grow. We came out of COVID with a mindset that we were going to update a lot of things that we are doing here, and that included changing our events. But now it's even expanding more into our digital imprint, as well as our whole brand as a whole. The importance of finding new followers and having people understand us, that's where the idea came of utilizing our resources, which is the NFL, which is these players that win our award, and having them kind of be ambassadors for us, whether it's doing podcast interviews or helping us post interviews, or taking videos and anything we can do to kind of reach more people. Before COVID, we kind of ran the same event for 41 years with our gala, with our sit-down dinner and 2-hour program, followed by an outreach the next day at St. Vincent's Villa with the children of the Baltimore Ravens Courage House. So when we went into COVID, there was a lot of discussion of our long-term future and how the pandemic would affect us. We obviously couldn't host events or do any fundraising in person, so we did some online digital things, and that kind of sparked some ideas when we were eventually able to come out of COVID and actually host in-person events. So we wanted to scale back what we were doing as far as the actual Courage Awards, and put a bigger focus on the outreach with the children, and then B, the digital imprint, which we find is the most important asset that we did not take nearly enough advantage of. That has grown into a full media department when it comes to the Black Courage Award Foundation, with a podcast, a web series, blogs, everything you could possibly think of, we are building out here for the foundation to help us grow our reach. That is the goal long term, is to make an impact, not only for the foundation, but for each individual Courage House, by finding them new followers as well as us. Anywhere across the country, we have Courage Houses in 27 different cities, and we can always partner you and find a way for you to get involved with them directly.
If anyone's going to see this and hear it, I would hope it would be people who could donate to the Ed Block Courage Awards. Sponsors, people who could donate money to keep the Ed Block Courage Awards going and keep the Courage Houses going throughout the country.
Or you can always help the foundation by sharing our information, sharing our media and our podcasts and our web series and things like that. That's another way that we're just going to find more people that can learn about who we are and what we do. The impact we make is great. But destined to be even better in the future.